Excuse me. All right. It's almost 9:30, 9:20, Sunday morning. I just got a message on Facebook from Sue Miller, who's the artist who told me about. She's helping to put on a show where they're showing 12 by 12s. And I misunderstood her. I thought she said the deadline was like really soon, but it's not till next summer. So anyhow, I'm still kind of jazzed about doing these anyhow. It's for oh god, I already forgot. It's for like I think the Whitby Rib Fest or something. So that would be kind of fun. Ribs and some paintings, you know. I'm down with that. All right. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue doing whatever. And it kind of made me think that this painting back here needs more work. But I'm really kind of, I have a couple of crazy ideas where I might go back to some old paintings and really weird them up. Hey, Dan, I think you're the only one watching this right now, buddy. All right. Why don't you type something? Be very careful about what I say. All right? Okay, anyhow, Dan, dude. Oh, yeah, thanks. I went to that art show yesterday, and I met a couple of those people. And one woman her name is Sue Miller, and she's part of the Whitby. She's helping to organize the art, or I don't know, she's something about the oh, mine is here too. The Whitby Rib Fest. And I thought the deadline was like in a couple days, so I was like, oh shit, I better get on this. So after I went to the show, I went to the art store and I picked up these little 12 by 12s because they're only showing... Oh, Nugget's got her squeak toy. They're only showing 12 by 12. So anyhow, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to start doing stuff. Doing things. Maybe I'll just add like some white in more of a kind of pattern. I'm just kind of scruffing it up a bit. Excuse me. No, here's a big bird off to the side. And these are two together. I remember that one was just a mistake, so I turned it into a tree. So this one, I'm going to try to make a better sense of light. The tricky part is that I don't have any photos to reference for light, so I just have to make it up and hope for the best. Just sort of close my eyes and I try to imagine what it would be like if. And the other thing with this one is, I wonder if I could make this more than just a little scene of a little nature scene. I wonder if I could turn in something more, I don't know, deeper, more meaningful. I mean, I do like just making nature scenes, is, you know, love it, of course. But I wonder if I could, okay, I'll tell you, because one of the things, I have this painting that's actually of the garden that I grew up in, and my mom took the photo. And and there's like this big space off to the side. And I was thinking about, and my brother and I used to play football catch in the backyard, but I was thinking about putting a woman in a burqa playing football, catching like a football. with the idea is quite simple. It's just things, the juxtaposition because I'm not obsessed with the burqa, but it's just it's just something on my mind, something I'm thinking about. And the reason why I do that is because it makes it not just a painting about like a very impressionistic painting that's pretty to look at. Like there's a little bit more depth to it, and the message, like if you have a message, is it's actually someone put it pretty succinctly in a post yesterday. Something about because they were talking about the burqa, this one up here. I can't remember how they put it, but it was kind of essentially what I was thinking, which is like the context of a burqa. Oh, I know, Canadian identity. It has to do with Canadian identity because someone was talking about what are Canadian, and it kind of sparked the kind of discussion that I was actually thinking about, which is what does it mean to be Canadian? Like the most, I don't know if you're like me. I was born in 1970, and so when I was like a teenager, like the most Canadian thing we had was a guy actually. I was friends with friends of him. His name was Joel, and it was a beer commercial, and he says, "I am Canadian," and it was like. Do you remember Joel? And I think he had like a gas mask at one-on-one commercial, and I think he went to Leaside. And I was thinking, is that what Canadian means? We don't really we've never solidified it what it means to be Canadian, and I guess visually, what I'm trying to say visually is never Had a moose in the background. Yeah, that's Canadian. It is such a generous thing for you to paint like you were doing. Is telling me, well, hey, that's cool. This one looks like one of mine. Nice. Excuse me. So yeah, like, what is Canadian? And my experience being Canadian is pretty limited because I've been in Toronto most of my life. I've got to travel. I got to go to the East End. Actually, that's not true. I lived in the East Coast for a year. Spent a year at art school in Mount Allison University, and I had friends who went to Dalhousie and stuff. So I've been to Halifax a whole bunch of times. I did this consulting tour for video games across Canada once. So I went all across Canada, and that was really cool. Got to go to places I probably never would have gone to. Such a big country. Such a different experience all over, like being in Vancouver, or I should say British Columbia. Such a different. I'd love to live there. My sister lived there for many years, so obviously I've been there. I've been there for business and just for visiting and whatnot. Vancouver's British Columbia is such a incredible place, and Toronto's nice and everything. It's sort of like. It's like the New York's duller little brother, sort of. Like Toronto has everything you can think of, but you have to go get it. It's like when you go to New York City, you walk outside, you don't need to plan anything. You just stand there and like stuff happens. Like I remember I went on a high school trip to New York, grade 12 or 13, and we got out of the train station, and there was like some guy had this like a little boombox blasting. And all it was saying was crack, 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 crack. And there was just like, we were like bombarded with stimulation. So how it's different from Toronto, from New York is everything you can think of that you would want. You can find Toronto, but you got to go there. In New York, it all comes to you, right? It's like 1,000 times doped up Toronto. I kind of prefer Toronto because I like the much more chill. I don't want to be hassled all the time and people talk to me. What's weird is I like talking to strangers more than I like to be in a group setting talking to a bunch of people that I kind of know. I like meeting random people and just shooting the breeze, like going to the grocery store and just talking to someone online. I actually enjoy that. Probably because I know I can get out quick and it's going to be short. Okay. So what should we do here? Pella Pintura Parabiens. I recommend I don't know what that means because we got no translation here on my thing. Okay. Well, I don't have any nice colors in my... I'm just looking at my high-tech palette here and trying to see if I have any nice colors to mix, and there's nothing really good. So I'm trying to revive this yellow, but it looks like it's dead. So here, what should I do about this one? I keep on wanting to mix. I've got my coffee over here and I almost keep on wanting to mix my paintbrush in the coffee. All right, so something's kind of boring about this. There needs to be, what can I do? Ooh, that's an ugly color. It's like a gray yellow. Yuck, that is gross. That's a horrible color. Let's see if I can create a green here. Oh, I know. I keep on forgetting to make my paint thick, so I'm going to thicken up the paint. So I'm just going to take this yellow. I need a green, basically, so I'm going to make a green. Add a little bit of white. That's much nicer. Oh yeah, it's much nicer. And I'm going to start making brush strokes that are different. I don't get too caught up in the same stuff. So what could I do? What could I do here to make it more than just trees and water and grass? Like, for example, I was working on this painting of Terry Crews coming out of the water, and it was meant to be symbolic of him not surviving, but coming out of the other end of the sexual harassment case that he brought forward, because he was like some dude at his talent agency grabbed his balls or something, and he did the unthinkable in Hollywood, which is he brought a lawsuit against the talent agency, which is for most actors would be a death sentence to your career, because the agencies can control so much, right? Sorry. I kind of forget that people are watching this sometimes. I'm just blabbing and I'm blowing my nose. I have I don't know if I have a blocked sinus or allergies, but I've been blowing my nose like crazy. Just honk honk. I like the fact that I don't give a shit about how I look. I just woke up. I don't know how people can be so concerned about their appearance all the time. Oh well. Oh well. Oh right, I need to do water. So water is always going to have more of a horizontal behavior. Oops. Hey, what is it that I need to do here? Because every painting I do, I want it, I want it to be special. Like I don't want it to just to be another has-been, like everyone else is doing. I want it to have some sort of spark of something. One thing I used to do a lot is I used to do, and this is something in my mind, is to do more I gotta have images of people or objects or things floating around as part of the painting, like in the painting. Yeah, and that always felt more like real art. Okay, so just for those who don't know, I have to keep talking because of my stupid goddamn tinnitus, which is very, very loud. So I have to keep talking and talking and talking, and that helps reduce the ringing. It's not even ringing. I don't know why they call it a ringing. Like what I hear is a constant frequency. It's like a constant, really, really annoying, artificial. It's like a machine sound. It's not even a machine. It's like a. It's like a metallic static. I can't even describe it. So I have to talk a lot while I'm painting because it helps distract. I think it. Well, I know the cause, and it has to do with there's a blocked connection to my brain from the on the right hand side. So my brain creates. A sound because it's expecting to hear audio. Basically, this ear is like going deaf because of the little tumor, and my brain is expecting to hear sounds, and when it doesn't, it's creating this really extremely annoying, not a buzzing, not a humming, but a kind of piss me off sound. It's like I don't need to be any grumpier, thank you very much. I'm very successful at being grumpy without any help. Okay. Saltwater? Some kids swimming? You know what? Okay, so doing people can look really goofy. I don't know. Why would I want to do kids swimming? And I don't know. I don't want to do like a happy little scene. Oh, there's sailboats and benches and all kinds of bull. Oh, hey Cheryl, guess what? I'm probably gonna screw up the whole bench painting. I might totally mess with it because I was looking at it and it just feels like too much like a postcard. It looks too saccharine, too sweet, and one of the reasons why I don't like Renoir's work is because it always feels like a birthday cake. Well, a lot of his stuff feels like a birthday cake, and it grosses me out. I don't want to do birthday cakes. I don't understand saltwater. What the hell does that mean? Rhonda, saltwater. I meant for your sinus. Oh yeah. No, I got all kinds of stuff. I got these nose sniffers. I got one that's specially, you shoot up your nose. I tried the saline ones, and the reason why I'm pretty sure it's a sinus. Why am I talking about this? Jesus Christ! I really just don't even. Sometimes I'm shocked myself at the kind of crap that comes out of my mouth when I'm painting. But I had a cracked tooth, and it was really, really painful. And then I had to have it crowned and stuff, but I was still having pain. So I went back to the dentist, and she checked it out, and everything was fine. And I was having pain going up here and into my eye, and it was because she thinks I had some sort of blocked sinus, and because there's a relationship between the nerve and the sinus, and it's that way we knew it wasn't. At first we thought it was a root canal, that they would have to go in and do it. But it turns out that if you actually have a sinus infection, whatever, it can cause real sensitivity to that too. So that's why we think it is. And yeah, and from what I read, because I don't go to the doctor. I'm a guy. Go to a doctor? What are you, nuts? I read that it's supposed to go away in a couple weeks, so I've just been waiting it out. But it's been more than a couple weeks. So my strategy is I think I'm just going to wait it out some more. Okay. No alligators, for crying out loud. Like, give me something good. You gotta, step it up a notch. Talking about alligators. There's no alligators in Algonquin Park. Okay, so what is crap about this? There's a bunch of, right now it's just, it doesn't look like anything. I don't know what to do. The whole top is kind of boring. What if I tried going in? Okay, I want some depth. Maybe, okay, how about this? Here's an idea. What if I added here? This might be it. Add some more birches, but they're kind of like, they're off in the distance a bit. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay, I'll start this one up here, higher. Come on. And I'm purposely, I was just about to say, I'm purposely selecting paint that is not as white. Just when I grab a whole bunch of white. So let me add a bit more white to the ground. There's that. Here's another tree up here. What is it right about here? It's kind of nice. It's kind of subtle. Okay, how about I'll do a couple up here. So one of the things I was thinking about doing is painting in VR, getting like an HTC Vive or Oculus Rift, and then painting in VR, and then printing it out, and then painting on the painting. Thinking about it. What I mean is I would print out the digital creation on a canvas, and then paint over that with real paint. I think would be a interesting process and effect. This just feels like a generic Hallmark painting. You know, like Hallmark, excuse my French, a Hallmark card. You know what I mean? Like, it's just sort of like, yeah. I should probably do some more of these. We'll do another one over here. At least what I like about it is I'm mixing it up. So these ones have like black outlines, and these ones don't even have outlines at all. It's just straight smudges of color. I need more of these small trees. I think it's a good idea. It's better than an alligator, that's for sure. Seriously, somebody thinks there should be an alligator. Probably has serious mental issues and dire need of psychiatry or pharmacology. All right. I do see a face in second canvas. From the left, near the left edge, looks like George Clooney. Where's George Clooney? Okay, here's a second canvas from the left. Is that George Clooney? That little spot there? Oh, George, I'm sorry. Oh, did I mess up George Clooney's face? The three to the left are too perfect. Oh, crap, I'm out of paint. Too perfect. Yeah. Let's screw them up somehow. Oh, I see what you mean. They're too. Yeah, they're right. They're too. They're all the trees are perfectly vertical and stuff. Yeah, I'll get there. I'll mess it up. Don't you worry. Oh, I'll screw it up. If that's what you want, I'll screw it up. Okay. Just give me a minute here. Be happy to mess it up. Oh, I thought, see, there's a fuck up. There's a good fuck up. Just looks stupid. Let's put two, one here and one here. So this one's going to come down maybe about here. And then this one's a little bit higher up, so it's going to come down here. Two, perfect, right. So let's go like this. Let's go like... I need a bit more white. I just want a bit more white on that one. So here. Okay, let's have a... Oh, wait, I put a tree? Is that what there? Yeah, okay, well, let's put another one up here. Let's put this one. More of an angle. I suppose you might want... Here, I'm using more white. Oh, that's not white. What's that big white blob there? God, stupid thing. I don't know what that thing is. Yeah, I should go get that nose blower thing. Fire shot in there. Okay, what else could I do? Maybe I'll do more. Maybe I'll just do a whole fuck ton of these things. Excuse my French. Maybe I'll make this one curve in a bit. Oh, we should start way down here. Alright, let's just try. I need some green. Or a little bit more orangey kind of. Yeah, I think what I want to do is more sand. A more sandy color. So I need yellow and a bit more white. bit brighter. Need a bit brighter. Getting close. Getting close. Let's try this. No, that's still very dark. Gotta blow my nose again. I've been ignoring this area down here, haven't I? Isn't that funny? I thought the deadline was like in a couple days. So I was like, I better get on this. Well, the good thing is that I could put this thing away for a while. And then come back to it at some other point in time. What if I just did this for a while? What if I just did it across? I'm not sure about that yellow. That yellow is a little goofy. Part of what I'm trying to do is also thin out this the shoreline line. It's too thick, so I'm just going through and putting colors on either side because it's a reflection. So that's how it would behave. I just don't want it to be as thick of a line. I have to go for a big nose blow. All right, nose blow time. Where's that box of Kleenex? Here we go. I don't think you need to see this. Okay, what else can we do? I might actually just put this sucker away. Ouch. Because it's still pissing me off a little bit. Where's my my brush thing? Also, like I'll put some of these kind of like marks on these trees. Yeah, I think I want to go and do something else. Not quite sure where these ones are going. I gotta make it more unique. Like, I don't know what, maybe I'll make like thick globs of paint or something, or, because there's only a couple ways you can make it unique, right? One is going to be the style and composition, colors. But okay, the style would include composition and colors, so that's the style. And then there's going to be the subject matter. And I'm kind of thinking, I like doing this style. This stuff comes so naturally to me. It's just fun to do. So I think I should try sticking with a style that I enjoy doing, right? Because like I don't enjoy doing realism. So I like a loose painterly style. It's much more, it's just enjoyable to do, right? So assuming I'm going to stick with this style, assuming it comes down, then it comes down to the content. So one option is to keep it like just a painting about nature, and I vacillate between thinking it's good enough, it's not good enough, or adding something that has more depth. The tricky thing with the content is that you could easily go into gimmick zone. You know, people who do paintings that are just gimmicky, right? You know, and I don't want to do that. It's tricky because I want to do something that's more. I guess you know, when I think about what a legacy I'd like to leave behind is something that's not just pretty paintings, but it's actually something that might be inspiring and something that I don't know. I think you know what I'm trying to say. More than just decoration, I guess, because some of this is just straight up decoration. Okay, when I'm going to go down, I'm going to go and I'm going to thin up some of these lines. I think that might make it a bit nicer too. And I like the fact that this is just something I've picked up from doing some of the other paintings. When I add colors next to it, it's totally artificial to have these big, like weird colors next to it. But it gives it kind of a uniqueness, I think. Like there's no reason why. Okay, here's a good example. Let me zoom in and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Where's this mouse? I'm gonna have to move the whole camera closer. Show you what I'm talking about. I'm looking for these two trees. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. There. You can see the thick lines on the side. So I'll go through and I'm just going to grab some color and I'm going to paint on either side of it to thin out that thick line. And it's going to create this artificial vertical lines like next to it, but it looks more refined now, right? Because they're thinner. And that creates an interesting effect. Like, why is there this color next to the tree? Like, and I think that's sort of like an effect that I like, and I've been inventing as I do it. And it's one of those things where I don't care if it doesn't look real. It's just it's a nice effect, and I'm doing it. So screw it. So watch this. Let's just take some. Let's see. I don't know what I want to do. I want to do this orange color. Blast some orange right next to it. And what I might do is I might carry this orange right across. So like I'll go like this. So it breaks your eye up. Breaks your eye up. Your eye falls a path and it breaks it up a bit. So look over here. Is this visible? Let me go over a bit more. Like right here, I want to even make it more. So I'm going to add some white and orange together. And I'm going to go right next to it. But leave a little bit of that tree showing through and put it on either side. Maybe I'll bring it down here. There we go. It makes it interesting. So I'm gonna go, let's do the same over here because I can see, like, look at that, how thick that line is, or even that one. And you know, you could do any color you want. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna put that orangey color, I'm gonna make it brighter. I don't even know what color this is. This is the unknown color. And like, why the hell can't I just do this? Put this, right? That's cool. I like it. I'm gonna go over here to this one. Oh yeah. See, where's my paintbrush? Here? This one? Yeah. So this one you can see how obviously, oh, look at this yellow coming through. Bam. So it's like a fiery kind of yellow. And I'm going to put that here, and then I better put some in the, I'll just smudge it down here, wherever the reflection should be. Oop, I got to remember to do reflections. All I'm going to try to do is just sort of match the colors that are happening up there. So I better come back over here. Since I added the orange here, I gotta put it down here. So I almost forgot about that. So I'll just grab some orange. Looks like it's probably about here. It needs to be brighter. Got some white. It's not even really showing up. And you know what? Maybe that orange is all the way down here. Who knows? So let's bring that. Let's just screw around a bit. Put some color next to there. All right. How are we doing for the? Oh yeah, these need a lot of work. I kind of get obsessed with this stuff. It's weird. Okay, so let's try a different color. Let's just try a dark color. So I'll just bring in this nice ultramarine. Is it ultramarine? No, it's like a green, dark green, something or other. Needs a bit of water. Yeah, so I've had this nice blue, and I'm gonna mix it with this yellow. And yeah. All right, so this bad boy, look at that. See how stupid that mark looks? Now I'll clean it up. Clean that bad boy up. Therefore, some of that green needs to be down here. Here, thin you out, thin you out. All right, I don't know. Let's have a look. Okay. I don't know about you, but the colors are kind of boring now. They've all kind of merged into this soupy mess. Oh, look at that light. It's coming in from the window. It's causing a big bright spot here. I have to paint here to see the colors. Maybe it's a sign that I should take a break. Because I'm not sold on this painting yet. I'm not sold. It's like it lacks depth. You know? Yeah, you know what? I feel like another coffee. I feel like taking a break from these guys. I think I'm going to put them away for a while. I don't know why. Now when I look at this painting back here, I think, oh, geez, it's at least this looks like such smaller brushstrokes. Well, it is. And then I look at those and I think, holy crap, look how rough they look. And I feel like embarrassed. I feel embarrassed. Like, look how crap some of those brushstrokes are. Maybe just leave it. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to move on to another painting. Put these aside. Move on to another painting. Coffee. Costco. Love Costco. I love shopping around and picking up, like, you walk along and they'll get like a giant jar of like pickles or something, and then moving along, and then next thing you know you get like these fucking huge giant head sizes of like Dijon mustard. Like, of course I need that. Get like a scarf or something. That's why I like Costco, because actually I love grocery shopping. It is a weird thing. I hate shopping for clothes. Hate it. My technique is, I go and I buy about a decade's worth of stuff. Like, I would go and buy, I did this once. I bought like 8 pairs of the same shoes, and I'm down to my last pair. And I bought, actually my friend who owned a shoe store, he picked them out for me. And I said, okay, just give me 8 pairs. So I got 8 pairs, and I love those shoes because they're slip-on. I don't have to think about it. I'll go buy like 20 black t-shirts, all exact same, and I'm like, done. I don't have to think about it. And I know I need a winter jacket because it's easily been 10 years since I bought this jacket. Like, this zipper doesn't even work. Oh, I hate shopping. I swear to God, I get sweats. I had to go to a wedding recently from one of my best friends. I didn't have a suit that fit me, so I had to go buy a suit. And I swear to God, I was like, I went down to a place where they would tailor make the suits for you. And even though there was no one there, and the guy was really cool who's helped me out, like, it was down in the distillery district. I forget what it was called, Got Style or something. It was really kind of nice environment, had a big mirror and everything. I was like sweating because of just being there. Oh, I don't know why. But on contrast, I love grocery shopping. It's like, oh, yeah, I think I need some, like, chili sauce. Just pile it in. And I always go with one of my best friends, and he's like the opposite of me. He'll come out with like 4 items, and I'll have like this thing like stacked to the brim with shit I never even thought I ever needed. I always use it. Like, check this out. This is like half of what's left. This was like, these are Kleenexes. I've already gone through about half of them. My point is, I like to bulk up. Okay, all right. Now I'm totally rambling. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna have another coffee. I'm gonna think about what to do next. Yeah, and we'll just see what happens. Anyhow, have a party on, whatever. See ya.